So my husband is Yemeni. I am not. So obviously that makes our son half Yemeni, okay? Yemeni men marrying out is never really like a big deal. Nobody really like, I mean, if you have a conservative family, you're going to hear some stuff about it, but it's not like the end of the world if you marry somebody who's not Yemeni. You can like make it work. Women marrying out is significantly less common. And not only is it less common, like people are much more likely to openly state like how much they hate it. So I was live last Friday, right? And even people who I know well in real life, who I like amongst my top favorite people, like loudly and openly just being like, I absolutely hate it when Yemeni women marry out. I hate it. I've heard people say that they're disgusted by it. Like, you name it. I have a lot of thoughts on why I personally have an issue with that sort of ideology and language, but that's not really the point of what I was going to talk about. But for me, what killed me is like I said, this one person who I know well is like, oh no, my daughter's 100%, they have to marry just Yemenis. And I said, okay, so if you have a daughter, you wouldn't let your daughter marry my son? You know? Like, this is somebody I know. Like, my husband knows their family. Like, that's the whole thing. I'm like, is that what you're telling me right now? Like, my child, because it's half mine, is not good enough. And he immediately was like, well, wait, like, that's not what I mean. And I'm like, but I'm not Yemeni, so. And he was like, okay, well, I guess my daughter can marry somebody who is at least some Yemeni. But yeah, it's such an interesting topic. As an outsider looking in, I don't know. I will let other people in the comments have their conversation about it. If anyone asks my opinion, I suppose I'll give it. But, yeah. But I mean, my husband, he went to a wedding, I think, last summer where a Yemeni girl married out. He was a Muslim. It's not like he wasn't Muslim, you know, but yeah. So, it happens. It's just everybody's always like,